The Google Gang Podcast.
Get into tattooing?
Straight out of school, pretty much. I've always been into it when I was in school, like drawing designs and stuff for people. And my dad was getting tattooed when I was younger, so I was always properly intrigued by them.
Were tattoos cool, like when your dad was young though? Weren't they only for like criminals and like...
Yeah, well he was a bit of a he was one of like the footy, he always used to go to matches abroad and he told me all stories about getting into fights and all stuff like that. So
your dad's a bit of a brawler.
Yeah, so his tattoos are like Liverpool tattoos and he'd done some himself, like proper like wonky LFC on his wrist and stuff. So I think him just having them and me being there when he got one, when I was like 16, he got the band Him, so like a heartogram.
I don't know the band, but...
It's like a heart with a triangle in it.
Okay.
He got that tattooed because he really liked it for some reason. And I was just fascinated by it. No, they're like from Finland or something. Okay. I just used to listen to them loads, right. and he really liked the little design. So we got it, and I was just fascinated by it all, but I was too young to get into it. So I had to wait till I was like 18. But I always used to draw tattoo designs and stuff. And
like at school? And would people be like, what are you doing, Dean? Why are you drawing?
Well, I done art in school, but it was never really it was boring, like painting pictures of fruit and stuff like that. So in my spare time, I always used to draw everything else, and I could draw.
So why didn't you go into like cartooning or animation or some other discipline that wasn't to do with drawing?
That's originally what I wanted to do.
Okay.
Like when I was way young, I wanted to be like an animator. I always used to draw like the Beano cartoons and Simpsons and all shit like that. But then as I got into tattooing and I started listening to metal music and stuff, it was just it's badass thing to do, So
this is the only path for me now.
And I nearly didn't get into it because I started getting into music way more and started doing music technology and stuff, studying that. And I was going to go to uni to do music tech. And I joined the first band I was in, and we done an album. But I was meant to be going to university, and they were like, there's no point us doing the album if you're going to just leave. So I was like, right, okay, I'll take a gap year out, do the album, see if anything happens.
And nothing did?
And the band split up in January of the gap year. And I was like,
way.
Fuck's sake, man. So I was like, I'll use this year to try and get an apprenticeship tattooing. And if it doesn't work, I'll just go to uni and do music tech.
Yeah.
But then I got got an apprenticeship and just...
At the same tattoo place you're at now, or different?
No, it's I've been in 5 different shops, man.
Okay.
But
I was in Liverpool one day and I walked past and I recognised what's it called, Devil's something?
Devil's Club.
Yeah, Devil's Club tattoo, and I was walking down a street in Liverpool and I just noticed Devil's something tattoo. And I was like, I think that's the place where Dean Coughlin works. Yeah. So I just walked down the stairs and there was a woman sitting there and just a bloke, and he's like, "G'day mate, how can I help you?" And I looked so out of place. I'm clean skinned as, straight laced. And I'm like, "Does Dean Coughlin work here?" And he goes, "Yeah." I was like, "Is he in?" He's like, "Nah, it's his day off." I was like, "Oh, that's a shame." And he goes, "You're a mate of his?" I was like, "Yeah, I do comedy with him." And he's like, "Oh, okay." And I was like, "All right." I was just stood there a bit awkward, being I don't want a tattoo. I don't know why the fuck I came here. But I don't know what I was expecting. Walked down there, you're mid-tattoo. And I'm like, "What up, Dean, mate?"
Just have a little chat, man. People always come in and say hello when they're in town, And sometimes I won't be tattooing and just be chilling. So people will come in, just hang about.
Is there a lot of downtime?
Yeah, I mean... I try not to make myself too busy because it's you got a lot of time outside of the shop drawing designs for people and stuff, and so I usually try and stick to 2 a day, or 1 a day maybe. But
do
sometimes
you get paid per tattoo? How's it work?
Yeah. Well, it's
percentage of the cost.
Yeah, it's 60-40 to me. So money goes to the shop, and then I'm pretty much self-employed. But sometimes if people haven't got the money or something's going on in the month, half term and stuff like that, it can be quiet. Yeah. We'll all just be sat around should we just go to the pub? Yeah. And just close the shop and go to the pub, But no, it's usually quite busy though. The shop's getting busier and busier because it's only a new shop. It's only been about for nearly 2 years, I think. Okay. We've all been tattooing in Liverpool for nearly 10.
Right.
I think Craig, one of the lads who owns the shop's been going for 15 years or something, but this shop is only 2 years old, so still get people coming in all the time being like, "Oh, we didn't even know you were here," because it's down the down the stairs out the way. So
yeah, if you like blink and you'll miss it. Like the sign out the front is the only thing that says that there's a tattoo shop downstairs.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. And the other swinging signs up in the air as well, so nobody walks looking up. So
yeah, where's that tattoo shop?
Yeah.
Just like staring up at the ceiling.
Yeah.
So how did you then transition into being on stage doing music, then going into art, and then thinking I want to try comedy?
Well, when I was in sixth form, our business studies teacher was a stand-up comedian. Right. And he ran a course, like a comedy course. And he told me and my mate when we were like 17, oh, you should come and do our course, I think you should be good at it. We were like, fuck off.
So was
like
he saying that to everyone to try and get people in?
No, he just told me and my mate Mark, because we were always together, always just titting about, like, and he made us, we like once sang like the Fresh Prince theme for a flump.
Yeah.
You know, like just in front of the whole class and that. We were just always titting about and that, and he just said like, oh, you should come do the course, it's like 6 weeks, you do a little set at the end, and I was like, I can't think of anything worse.
That is fucking wank, mate. Like,
well, I just never thought I could do it. Like, and then I've always loved stand up. And then when I was in Australia, I was in Melbourne for a bit, and we were going to that comics lounge.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever been.
I've never been. I wasn't really big into stand up in Australia.
Yeah, they done like this pass, and it was like $35, and you could go for the whole year for free. So we were just like, okay, and we were there for ages.
Is there a show every night?
Yeah, it was like every night of the week, pretty much.
Sweet.
So we'd go whenever we had nothing to do. And I found myself, the more we were going, I was kind of like predicting loads of punchlines.
Yeah.
And people were like pissing themselves, and I was like, did no one else think that was really obvious? Like, not in like a knobhead kind of way.
Like a comedy nerd.
I was like, you're not funny. I was just like,
I could have done that, you fucking chump.
But I was sort of just like guessing what was going to happen next, and then so I was kind of like, maybe I could write it if I've got like thinking in the same way, you know.
Yeah.
But then I just kept saying, I really want to try and do it, really want to get into it. And I was saying it for so long. My girlfriend just got fed up with me, and she was just like,
fucking do it.
Yeah, stop talking about it or do it, because you're doing my head in type thing.
Yeah.
And then I seen Paul Smith was doing comedy courses.
Okay.
Just before, like I got on just before he like blew up and got massive, you know.
Really?
He stopped doing them after my one.
Really?
Yeah.
So what do you know the history? What was the blow up thing that he did? Did he do like one thing?
No, they started just smashing out the YouTube videos.
Okay.
There's like loads of content, and because he's MCing all the time, it's all different content. It's never just like, you know, you've got like a 10-minute set, you can only really put that video up once.
Yeah.
And then if
but
you
he'd
put
have a different
one up,
audience every night.
Different audience, different stuff. So they're just throwing up all different bits, and people were just buzzing off of it, like how good he was and that. And my dad thought that was his set. He was like, oh, he's good, but he does a lot of the same stuff. I was like, what do you mean? He was like, just talking to the crowd. I was like, no, that's just in between the acts. Like, and he was like, oh, he's fucking boss then, isn't he? I was like, yeah, he's really good. So how
can you write a set where you talk to the audience? Like, you never know what the fuck they're gonna say.
Yeah, but so I got in with a course with him, and I nearly didn't do it, man. I was proper flapping, like proper shitting myself. I was
didn't complete it or didn't start it?
I just nearly didn't start it. I didn't book it, and then I was like, I'll do next month's one, and I was like, oh no, I'll do the next month's one, and I was like, I'm just gonna have to do it, otherwise I'll never do it.
Yeah.
And then I got in. Luckily, I done it when I done it, because it was fucking. He stopped doing them after. I think he done one more after my one, and then that was it. Because apparently he was getting too weird because too many people knew him.
So people were coming just to see him.
Yeah.
And like it just felt weird. He wasn't like, he was too famous to run them.
Yeah, in a way, yeah. So yeah, apparently they just got a bit weird, and people were just like seeing him as more of like a celebrity in a way.
Yeah, not as a comedy
teacher.
teacher.
So they stopped doing them, and
that must be weird for him, like, because I've spoken to him, I know you've spoken to him. He's the most regular bloke you'll ever meet.
Oh, yeah,
there's nothing that special about him outside of being on stage. Like when you just talk to him, you're like, oh, he's just a guy. Like,
yeah, he's a super nice guy. Like he goes, like he must be really weird for him getting recognised in the streets and in Tesco and all stuff like that. Because
Adam Hughes says it is a nightmare to go on a night out with him.
Oh yeah,
because he can't go anywhere. Like especially in Liverpool.
Yeah, everybody wants pictures with him. Like,
yeah.
A lot of people, you see, sometimes I've been out a few times just day drinking, like, and you do see people going, is that him? Oh no, it's not him. You know, like, just sort of. So we go to places where it's a bit quieter, like, but it must be a nightmare. For you
or for him?
Oh, for him.
Oh,
like,
right. I thought you meant you go out day drinking and people are like, oh, is that Dean Cock-Goblin?
No.
Scott roast battle champion.
Yeah, that guy who's won one thing his whole life. No.
So tell me about the roast. How did you get recruited for the roast?
I done the Scott roast first, just because they were looking for people to do it, and I was in Edinburgh and thought it'd be fun to do, because I like writing. I always say mean stuff, like in a funny way. I never do it to be horrible, but me and my mates
stuff in a horrible way.
Well, yeah, but like me and my mates, that's just how we live, you know, just insulting each other, but it's all out of love, you know.
Yeah.
So I seen the roast thing and I thought I might be quite good at that, because I can be horrible, like. But then I was like, oh, what if it's just really mean and not funny? And I was like, I'll see how it goes. And then and done that, and it went really well, like. And then I seen they were looking for the roast battles, and I thought that might be a bit easier, because the roast you had to write 5 minutes for like 5 different people. Yeah. Whereas the roast battles was just 5 jokes. Yeah. So it was a bit easier. You didn't have to fill a time slot. So I was like, I'll try that one, and then if the roast goes well, I'll try that. And the roast went alright, so I was like, yeah, I'll go for that. And I was like, what if it's not funny? Because there's a bit in the roast where they get audience members up and you like roast them on the spot. And I realised really fast that I'm not good at just making stuff up on the spot.
You got to think about it.
I'm good at comebacks to people.
Yeah.
But I was just being really mean. Like, I was just being horrible.
Look at you fat frumpy
and nobody was laughing. I was like, fucking Kippy your toes. And everyone went, that's not funny. I was like, maybe someone else can take this one. So I found out fast I'm not very good at making stuff up on the spot. But no, the roast battle was fun. Oh, I want to do another one, but I think they're just getting all like fresh people in every time they do them. But they are fun. Have you thought about doing ones in other parts of the country? I mean, the only other places I've seen them really is London, innit? And it's a bit far just to... It is. Just to go and... Dan Baines wanted to take me to London and do a roast with me, but I was like, mate, I'm not going to London to roast you when me and you run comedy nights in Manchester. Yeah, set one up here. I could just be like, fuck, I'll do one in the new year, cunt. Fuck it. January... Like the last Sunday roasts, lovely. Great stuff. Well, my gig's on a Sunday every fucking week, mate. Yeah, but you could do your one just like the end of every month. It could be a roast. Yeah, we could do it. Look, let's lock in a date now, right? January 27th. Yeah. January 27th, the day after Australia Day, the greatest day on the English calendar, right? the day that the English came and ruined the lives of many Indigenous Australians. Yep. We can celebrate by roasting. Oh, they get treated bad, don't they? They do. Well, what was your experience like in Australia? What did you do? I loved it. We went over, just we didn't really have a plan. That's always a good start. Yeah, man. I was lucky because I had a friend who lived over there, so I could stay with him while I found an apartment and stuff. Because I thought it'd be really easy. I'd never tried to find a place before. It's not. I was like, I just fly in, pick a place, move in. I think it's hard to do in Australia, mate. To get this place was an absolute nightmare. Yeah. So, but we got there and we ended up finding a place after about 3 weeks or something, right in the city. And then it was just a case of finding a job, and then we just worked for like 9 months, just chilling, It was just living the life. Change of pace, it was really nice. And then after that, we saved up while we were there, and then we done like a camper van up the East Coast and stuff. So you just did 12 months, did you? Yeah. Okay. I wanted to do another one. I didn't have time, man. I was proper annoyed because like I would have done it, but it's just a pain in the ass to try and fit it in. And it's like 3 months at a time, and we were kind of like, I'd rather just work. Do you want to hear something funny? What? I think I'm going to do the farm work when I go back, because my girlfriend, right? Why do you have to do it? I don't have to, right? Oh. But I'm going to go back, and it's like 400 quid to get the working holiday visa and about 4,000 quid to get the permanent residency visa. And obviously she's going to be coming straight out of uni, so she's not going to be rolling over old money bags ready to put it down on permanent residency. Yeah. And I also want her to get a taste of the culture and the environment. I know she'll love it, but it's hard to be like, oi, babe, front up $4,000 for a place you've spent 2 weeks in 5 years ago and see if you like it. Yeah. Whereas if we go with the cheap option, she gets there, and then as soon as I land, I've got no job, I've got no furniture, I have no possessions, so I might as well be like, let's go cash up in regional Australia and go and live on a farm, and I'll go do it with you. Man. I mean, I kind of would have liked to have done it just for the experience, but
Yeah.
there was a part of me that was just like, oh no, I don't think I can be bothered. Like, me mate went to do it, and he went to the arse end of nowhere, and he was sleeping in some caravan with holes in. He was like, I thought we were going to die. There was like, the fella driving
It's character building, though.
Well, yeah, he picked them up, and he was driving, and he was drinking Jack Daniels, and he had a baby in a car, and he was like, we're dead. This is some Wolf Creek shit, this. And he said, they got there, they spent like 4 hours in this caravan that was full of holes and just flies everywhere, and he went, nah, fuck this, we're going. So he didn't do his either. He just left Australia after that.
Oh my god.
He had the worst time than me.
It's character building, though. Those are the moments that sort of define who you are.
Yeah.
So see what you're made of.
Yeah, I didn't have too many in Australia, really. I had some in China. That was a bad one.
Like what?
Oh, the whole time, man, was just awful.
Because I'm planning on going to China just for a holiday, so what's the bad stuff of China? Don't give me that face,
I don't think
you fucking Squidward head looking fuck.
I don't think there's anything good. So we went on like a budget, so we flew to a place called Guayang. Don't go there.
Okay, right. I'm writing this down.
I was super naive, thinking that everybody would speak English, and nobody spoke English.
The Scouse kid leaves England and thinks the rest of the world speaks English.
Honestly,
that is such an English mentality.
I know, and I properly regret thinking that way now. But we got there, and all the signs were in English, so I was like, see,
bossed it.
Yeah, sound. And then there was no like currency exchange places, so we couldn't get any money. And we were like, what do we do? And we had to go and get a train, like an overnight train to Chengdu or somewhere. So we were walking around this airport for hours just trying to find somebody who spoke English. We found this one young police officer, and she gave us some of her money for our money.
Yeah.
That was the only way we could get money. And then we were like, we need to get to the train station, so she got us on a coach for free, which was really nice.
That's pretty helpful.
Yeah,
a police officer.
Yeah, got us on a coach for free. And she was like, this one goes to the train station. We were like, okay. And then it just stopped, and he was just like, okay. And everyone started getting off, and we were like, train stations? He was like, yeah.
I love how you ask these questions. You go like, where's the train station? And they go, yes.
Yeah. And we were just like, so we got out, and we had all of our luggage with us, like 30 kilograms of luggage. It was packed, man, in this middle of this mad market. There was like animals everywhere, like weird, like, do you know, just weird foods everywhere. It's proper freaking out. We needed to get this train, and we had like 20 minutes to get the train.
But you weren't at the train station?
No, we couldn't find it. So my girlfriend ended up drawing a picture of a train, and was just going around to people going,
have you seen this train?
And then we were walking across a bridge that went over a road, and she went, it's there. And we've seen the train station. So we run to this train station, and like China was so busy. The queues to get the tickets were just massive. And I was like, we're gonna miss this train.
English people love queuing though.
I hate queuing. There's thousands of people there. You have to be on a train in 20 minutes, otherwise you're stuck in Guayang, China. And we got to the ticket office to get our tickets, and all we had was a reference number. So we were like showing the guy, and he was just like, I don't know what this is. We were like, tickets?
When did you pay for the ticket though?
We bought them like before we'd left Australia.
Oh,
so we'd sorted it all out. But it was just like we had to pick them up there. And we spent like 20 minutes with him, like, just give us our tickets. And he ended up just giving us some tickets. I don't even know if we paid for them. And he just went, run. And we were like, whoa! And then there was like proper airport security for the train station. So I was like, this is the worst time in my life here. I thought, if anything goes wrong, like, I was praying. I'm not religious or anything, but I was like, if there's anything out there that's looking out for me, this is what I need.
Let me get the fuck out of this place.
So we made it onto the train just in time, and it was just setting off. And then I fell asleep, and then some woman, like the train officer, woke me up. She was like banging on, she's shouting at me in Chinese, and I was like,
were you in a chair or in like an overnight?
There was like the beds, yeah.
How did you find the overnight train? Was it clean?
It was okay, it was alright.
Because we had a nightmare overnight train in Vietnam. There was cockroaches and I think mice in the room.
That wouldn't surprise me.
Like you could hear them like scurrying through the walls.
Yeah.
And we saw a cockroach in there, but you could hear things running through the walls. We paid for first class, and I could not stop saying like first class, like over again. I was like, fuck this, fuck Vietnam Rail. Like I was so angry, and like I couldn't complain to anybody because everyone was like, don't speak English. Like, you know, and we'd been in Asia for ages, so I knew I just had to keep it to myself. Like I was so frustrated.
Well, we just done like a normal budget one, and we were in a thing. There was 6 beds.
6 beds.
So there's just me and Amy, and then 4 other Chinese people that we didn't know. We just sat there like, oh no.
And you're quite small as well, so you would have been able to fit in the bed and everything.
I was alright. I was taller than most Chinese people though.
But you could imagine me in a Vietnamese overnight train.
Yeah, nightmare. But they're just looking at you like a celebrity that nobody liked. That's how I felt in China. Like, they just thought like everybody's staring at you like they'd never seen a white person before.
Yeah.
Like, we had school kids interviewing us and everything. But
then, what were the interview questions?
I don't know. I just left my girlfriend talking to them. I was just stood there and they were all looking at me because I've got tattoos as well, so that was weird for them. And I just felt like a freak, man.
Really weird.
I just felt like a freak. But then, like, we got scammed in China as well by some fucking triad people. I had the worst time in China.
The highlight for me is if the school kids are talking to your girlfriend and they look at you and they just go, Squidward, Squidward.
I would love that. I would have actually enjoyed that more than them just staring like I was some freak, man.
How did you get scammed? What did they do to you?
We were walking around for hours trying to find some vegetarian places to eat, because China's not really known for its animal welfare. So we were walking around for ages, and I had a booking.com app.
Okay.
And it was like telling you about things in China and stuff, and it said don't be surprised if locals want to practice English with you, because a lot of them study English. So it's quite normal for people to come up with you and ask you to have conversations. So after like hours of walking about, these 2 Chinese women come up to us and was like, oh, English? And we were like, yeah. They were like, oh, we'd love to like go for a drink and practice our English with you because we study English. Like, oh, sounds amazing. Like,
you felt like super special. You're like,
I was just grateful someone could take us somewhere. We were like, vegetarian, and they were like, yeah, we know vegetarian.
We know vegetarian.
So we were like, oh, let's so I didn't care though. And we went into this little cafe, and they took us through to the back, and there was just us and these 2 women in there. And I didn't even think that it could be like a scam. And there was like 2 guys at the bar, and they would give us the menus and stuff, and they ordered tea. We ordered like noodles and stuff, and we were like, these noodles really cheap, this is amazing. And they ordered like some wine and stuff. And we were telling them, just like, they were asking us where we were staying, what we were doing, our names, and that. We showed them everything, like we told them where we were staying and everything. Just because I just assumed they were just
friendly people.
Yeah. And then the bill came. The bill came, and it was like 1,000 yen or whatever it was.
Which is what in pounds?
It was only about
like 15 quid.
No, it was about 70 odd pound.
Oh.
But we only had like 1,000 for the week. We'd like budgeted money for like, so we had so much per day.
Yeah.
And that's why we were looking for like really cheap places to eat and stuff. And he come in, it was like 1,000 yen or however much it was. And I was like, what's this bill about? And they were like, oh, the tea's expensive tea. It's like really old, ancient tea, blah, blah, blah. And it wasn't blatantly just shit tea.
Yeah.
They just have you off. And then they were like, okay, we'll pay half. And so I was like, so it's still like 500. And I opened my wallet, and there was like Australian dollars in there, and they seen it, and they were like, you take that as well? I was like, nah, no you don't. You're not having that. So we just gave them the money that we had on us. And
which was how much?
I think it was about like 500 yen, 600 yen.
So
but
you still got ripped off, like?
Well, yeah, it was the whole money we had for the week. It was just on us. But there was these 2 guys come over, and they was just stood there looking at us, and she was like, oh, my uncle knows the mafia. We go out with the mafia and all this, and like we know where your hotel is and all that. And I was like, oh, I'll just give them the money and get off. You know, like, and my girlfriend was like, just ring the police. I was like, I don't speak Chinese though.
Yeah, the police don't care. That's the thing.
Well, yeah, the police are proper corrupt over there, and I don't speak Chinese, so they're just going to tell them in Chinese, he's trying to rob us.
Yeah.
And I'll go, they're trying to rob me, and they go, no, get in the van.
Yeah.
So I was like, I just paid them the money and just got off.
Yeah.
And I was like, do you know where we're staying? Like, I can't wait to leave. I just can't wait to leave. It's horrible, man. It's horrible.
But they probably didn't know the mafia, but you don't know that.
I don't know that, no.
No.
And like,
it's so funny.
But yeah, it was just awful.
Did we
proper thought they were dead nice as well.
Yeah.
You know, like just having proper conversations with them and that, feeling dead happy, and then they were like, yeah, give us all your money. And we're like, oh no, this is awful.
We didn't get taken advantage of in Asia but we'd go to places and like people would try and barter with us for products, which is pretty normal, but they did not see me coming. I found it fun to barter for like upwards of 20 minutes if required.
It's like so cheap as well.
Back and forth. Yeah, I didn't care, mate. We got a suitcase for Cam down from like 60 Australian dollars to like 23.
Yeah.
Like literally back and forth. And he was like, I'm losing money. And I was like, you're a smart man. I was like, you look like a nice man, respectable, trying to run a business. I was like, I work for my money as well.
Yeah.
Like all this shit, just going back
so
and
mean.
forth. No, it was just fun. It was literally just fun. But they are there ready to take money off. They know you're cashed up
definitely.
by just the way you look. So as soon as you stop, like, not stop respecting them, but stop, like, because you're not equals.
And you know the hustle.
The problem is that you're not equals. You're not equal. They know you're not equals, but you want to bring them up to your equal level, but they're just not, based on where they are. Yeah. And there was far more poverty, like in Cambodia and Vietnam, than we saw in Thailand. But even Thailand, still, we were like, wow, this is so like almost third world. Like, and then we went to Cambodia, and we were like, oh shit, like there's just dirt roads, like in the main street.
Have never been there. Cambodia.
Cambodia was fascinating.
Yeah, went to Thailand. That was cool.
Thailand's very touristy though.
Yeah,
like
we hired mopeds. Like on the way to taking the moped back, we got hit by a truck, and I was so fucking mad, so mad. Like it was, I don't even know whose fault it was, but they were parked at the traffic lights and they were turning left, but he wasn't indicating. But I should have went on the outside, but I was coming up on the inside, and he just went, just crashed right into my knee, and just went, whoa, fell off. I had Amy on the back.
No.
Yeah, turned around, and she was just on the floor, still lying underneath the moped. I was like, oh, what's happened? And then these guys,
poor girl.
Yeah, and then these guys got out and started like speaking to me in Thai, saying the police are coming, and I was like, this is gonna make it look like it's my fault here. I've got no, and I just went, just forget about it, just leave it. And he was like, but the bike's damaged. So I was like, it doesn't matter. And just got off and took it back to the thing, and I was like, I hope they don't realise that the bike's that. Yeah, straight away. She went, why is this broken? Why is that? This wasn't broken when you left. I went, oh yeah. She was like, you're gonna have to pay for all this, so we had to pay for that as well.
Oh
just
my
a nightmare,
god,
man.
You're just a terrible traveller. It seems like.
I just got bad luck. I think I've just got bad luck.
I'm thinking now, this moped story reminds me of a hustle ride. So we were in this place called, was it Hoi An, where it flooded, where the cyclone was? Yeah, Hoi An, right? So we were staying at this hostel, and it was like a street strip of hostels, and with typhoon ripped through, like literally ruined businesses, flooded the whole street. Like, it was terrible, and we were trapped in this hostel because you couldn't use the road because people would like canoeing down it in boats. Like it was that bad. So we're stuck in this hostel. We're getting like itchy feet, being like, oh, we want to travel because we needed to get to Hanoi at the top, to fly back to like another part of Thailand. So we're on a deadline. So as soon as the rain subsided, I was like, right, let's get mopeds. And you know the Hoi Van Pass? Top Gear did a special one.
Yeah, I remember
it's
that.
one of like great roads, right? So we're like, let's do that on mopeds. It'll be great. Yeah, it'll be great.
Dangerous.
Right. So dangerous, so dumb. There's a moped rental thing on the street that the hostel's on. So we go there the day before, and we're like, we need 3 mopeds for tomorrow. If we give you our bags, can you drive them to where we're going to be, drop them off, and then we'll rent the mopeds, and we didn't have to drive with the suitcase.
So
and they were like, yeah, that's fine. Anyway, so I had a scooter back in Australia, had motorbikes before, right? Knew what it was about, and I was like, let me test the motorbikes, and I'll pick the ones we want for tomorrow. He's like, okay. So I ride. They give me like 2 awesome ones, like just kick ass, brakes work, everything, uptake's really good. I was like, awesome, we'll take those 2 for tomorrow. Come back, I get on the bike, and it's like a different colour, and I was like, what's this bike about? And he's like, oh, we gave your bike to somebody else. And I was like, why? I was like, I told you I wanted that bike. He's like, this one's fine. I was like, I have to test this one now. You wait here. Literally take it out, rev it up. I'm like, oh, that's pretty fast. Pull the brake. Nothing happens. Oh my God. It was like, I'm just like flying down a Vietnamese street, like a dirt road. And I'm like, oh my God. So then I like slowed it. I just let it like engine slow it right down. And then I just putted back. And I was like, this guy was like, no brakes on this one. He's like, oh, sorry. Like, oh, I didn't know that one's the one that's got no brake. Gets me another one. Literally pull the throttle. It's so slow. Like it's like doof, 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 doof. And I like didn't even get like out of the road. I turned around. I was like, this one's shit as well.
My engine would stop working.
Oh yeah. So Cam had a bike. you would like it'd pull the thing and it would go, and then as soon as you'd let the throttle off, the thing would just cut out, and then you have to keep restarting it try and like rev it back up at traffic lights and that every time we stop. So we managed to pick. I think I tested about 9 mopeds until I was like, these are the 3 that are the least shit. I was like, where are the good ones? I was like, where are the ones from yesterday? He's like, they're gone. I was like, where? Like, who else is renting these? Like, I was so annoyed. So anyway, we then give them our suitcases very reluctantly. And I made the woman, I said, sign a contract to tell me that you're not going to lose my suitcase. On like a fucking receipt or something. I would say, you make sure those bags are there. And I said, because I'm moving to England. And I was like, and that has my coat in it. And I was like, I'm going to be fucked. And she's like, okay. And I was like, you don't understand. I was like, if you fuck this up, I'm gone. I have no clothing. I have nothing. So anyway, we trust them with that, even after they've tried to fuck us. We get on the Hoi Van Pass and we're like, let's go and climb this mountain. It'll be really nice. So the sun's shining, it's daytime. We're up this mountain. It takes a lot longer than expected. Then the sun starts to go down and the rain starts to kick in. And we go through the Hoi Van Pass in the pouring rain. And after the Hoi Van Pass is a highway at night time with huge lorry trucks just steaming down it, and there's funny 6 backpackers on 3 mopeds being like as the rain's just like smacking you in the face. It was so dangerous.
That sounds awful.
Literally. And I was like, let's just go fast and get it over with. So I was going like 90 kilometers an hour on these things. I lost all of them. I was like, I'm just flooring it. And the girl on the back that I had was a girl from Stoke, and she literally just goes to me, she goes, if you kill me, my dad's going to be so angry at you.
No shit.
And I was like, my dad's not going to be pleased either. Like, you've killed a girl from Stoke.
Imagine if you kill me, my family will not care. They're obviously going to be mad.
That was like her thing. And then she kept telling me to slow down, and I was like, no. I was like, I just want this to be over. So I just fanged it all the way down. I was just like, just thing on the throttle, and I was like, this could run out of petrol, like whatever. I was like, I don't care. We're just getting there.
I had bad luck with mopeds, mate. I had one run out of petrol because, but luckily that was in Bali. Like me and my mates hired one, and we were driving back to our little villa, and we ran out of petrol. I'm like, fuck, so we had to go pick up petrol at the side of the road, and we had little bottles and stuff.
The plastic bottles. I wondered what that was, and then someone was like, it's petrol for mopeds. They have it in like drinking bottles.
I know, So we got one of them, filled the moped up, got home like 20 minutes, half an hour later, and they weren't back, and we were like, what the fuck's going on, where are they? And like an hour later they come in, and they were like, nice to see you got home okay. And I was like, what you want about, we broke down? And he was like, so did we, and on the exact same road.
Just a few minutes back.
Yeah, we broke down, they drove past us, and then they got a flat tyre, and we thought they'd gone straight home, so we drove past them, and they were just stuck like at some place with a flat tyre, proper fuming.
Oh my god. The best moped we had was in Phuket, and it was a night where Cam had gotten extremely annihilated on the drink, ended up passing out in a sand pit in a construction site, right? I went to a club with like these people that we'd met from Sweden. I'm like in this club giving it 90, like loving life. Cam rings me, he's like, I don't know where I am, like I've just woken up at a construction site. He was like, get the motorbike and come and get me. So then I had to get him, and he was literally like, could barely sit up, right? He was just so munted. Like I've never seen someone that drunk, and like within that trip I've never drank like that ever. Like we were just on it every day. Like what else is there to do other than get pissed and be a dickhead? Like literally. So then I was like, alright, I'm gonna play your favourite song, which at the time was Post Malone's Rockstar. Okay. So I was like, I'm gonna play Rockstar to you, you're just gonna listen to that, and that's gonna get you up, and then we're gonna put on more Post Malone. You're just gonna sit on the bike and just hold me, and I'm gonna take you home. So I was pretty pissed as it was, right? He's out of his mind, can barely sit up, and he's just gripping me like this, arms around, head in my back, and I'm just speeding home like as fast as I can. I was like, just don't let go. Like,
imagine just letting go.
Just let go. I just like feel him just like let go, just falls off the back onto the road.
Oh man, I can't imagine anything worse than being that hungover and having to be on the back of a moped. Like,
imagine waking up and not knowing where you are.
Yeah, that's rough. Just
in another
construction
country.
site in Thailand. Don't need any of that. No.
So my follow-up question to this is, obviously you've travelled a lot of places. You're now living back in Liverpool, which is, you were born in Liverpool, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Anywhere else you want to live in the world?
We want to go to New Zealand.
Okay. To live or just to visit?
I don't know. We're gonna go over for like maybe like 6 months or something, because the plan was to go, and then I got into doing stand up, and I've heard it's not the best over there for stand up.
No.
And Liverpool and Manchester and that are really good for stand up. So
this is why I got into it here, because where I was from in Australia, there's not really a stand up scene.
So the plans changed a bit. The plan was we were just going to go away for an unlimited amount of time and see what was going on. But now it's like, we'll go and see what it's like. If we really like it, okay. But I feel like I'm not going to be able to do much stand up over there, and I really like found a love for it, you know.
Yeah,
and it's
I was going to ask, how important is it to you now? Like, you're like 80 gigs in.
It seems like something I really want to do.
Yeah.
You know, like if you can make a living off of doing that, that's like so sound. Like,
but right now, like, you've almost got your dream job in a way, doing tattoos. Like, you're just drawing for a living. Like, you.
I wouldn't say it was a dream job anymore though, because I've been doing it for like nearly 10 years now. Okay. So it's like, do you know, one of them, just when you do too much of anything.
Yeah, too much of a good thing.
Yeah, and it's just like,
I'm getting the same way with radio.
Yeah, it's just one of them, and it's not like I don't hate doing it. It's just, it's the same as like why I want to go travelling again. I just get bored, like being stuck in the same place. You know, I went away, and while we were in Australia, I was like, oh, I can't wait to go home and see everyone, and you know, get back to work and at home and stuff. And then we were home for like a month or so, and you'd seen everyone. I was like,
can't wait.
Everything's normal again now. Like, nothing's changed. Get the same train to work every day that I was getting for the past 8 years or whatever. And I was like, I want to go away again now. Yeah. And so we've been back for like 2 years, and I'm like itching to go away.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know what the plan is, but definitely going to New Zealand. I want to go to Japan as well.
Yeah.
Really like to go to Japan.
That's where I'm going to go. So when I leave here, I want to go China, Japan, Korea, and Indonesia.
Yeah.
And then back to Australia.
When are you going?
September 2020 will be the thing. I'm going to have to extend my visa to stay here.
Yeah.
Because my lovely girlfriend needs to finish her degree.
Is she from here?
Yeah, she's from Leeds.
I thought she was Australian.
Nah, she's got a weird accent.
She just picked up the accent off you?
She does say a few like Australian words. So her mum's family is from Australia.
Oh, okay.
The way she says certain words is Australian, but she doesn't have a northern accent.
It sounded like, to me, I thought she was from Australia, but she lived here for a while.
Okay.
So it's sort of, the Australian accent is sort of like worked its way out.
Yeah. But she's not like thick. No, she's not thick English though. Like, I really like her accent. Like, yeah. Like, northern girls' accents wind me up. Like, Scouse girls' accents are disgraceful. Like, listening to them speak, I'm like, stop.
It's the worst thing gigs, man. When you're gigging, you just hear them, like, so loud.
Oh my god.
Just love attention.
Where's the fucking Prosecco?
The worst.
So, how long have you been with your girlfriend for?
It's been nearly 5 years, I think.
Oh, that's
5 years in May, I think. Something like that.
And where did you meet?
5 years. I tattooed her.
Oh.
Yeah.
Which tattoo is it?
I've done most of hers now, but the first one, she's got like some animal heads on her arm.
Hasn't she got a cat on her shoulder as well? Is there a cat on her shoulder?
A cat? No.
Is there one of a cat, like a leopard or something?
No.
I'm trying to think back.
She's got a mermaid on her arm.
Is there one like here, on like the upper shoulder?
No.
Fuck. Is that maybe that wasn't your girlfriend?
No,
maybe
I don't think it was.
You're out with.
Hey, I'm not. Just for a disclaimer, I've not been out with anybody else.
Trying to think of your girlfriend's tattoos. Is it you that has the cat on you?
I've got them on my hands.
Oh, no, it's not that. I don't know where I've seen it.
A cat?
I don't know. Do you want? I'll show you a shit tattoo after this. Shout out to my friend Gavin Wakeling. Yeah. He lives down in London, right? But he's got a tattoo that a mate of his did, right?
Oh, great
and
stuff.
it's a bear, right, with a crocodile for one hand and a shark as another
hand. Oh my
god! And it's just like
for the ultimate killing machine. Sounds amazing.
It's just got a shark.
I don't think that sounds rubbish. It sounds great.
Shit.
Oh, okay.
Have you done any tattoos to yourself? Like, what was the first one you got?
Yeah, I've done some on my thighs when I was practicing.
Yeah.
But some of them aren't even finished. And then I got some covered up.
Have you got tattoos all over your chest as well?
Yeah, front, back, everywhere's covered. Apart from my neck and like this side.
So if you put gloves on, you don't look like you've got any tattoos?
No.
Do you like covering them up?
Until, I don't mind it. I feel like I don't really wear like t-shirts and stuff on stage because I feel like they're quite distracting. Yeah. I notice when people are talking to me, they'll look at my arms, and
Because
sometimes
you've drawn all over yourself. Like,
yeah,
it
but
is quite interesting.
they're just looking at what they are, like, you know.
Yeah.
People go, oh, yeah, while they're talking, and it's like, I don't know if you're actually listening to me, you know.
Yeah.
So I try to keep them covered when I'm doing stand up and stuff, because I don't know, I feel like people will look at them too
But like
much.
at home, like, and like when you're hanging out with your mates and that.
Oh yeah, no,
you
I don't care. Yeah, I
Okay.
mean, I've got it's worse in the summer when I wear shorts, because one of my legs is like fully coloured in black. I don't know if you knew.
Covered in black.
It's just tattooed solid black.
Why?
Because I had a whole leg sleeve and I didn't like any of it, and it was either laser it all off, which would have been like super expensive and super painful, or just tattoo
Can
black.
I see the black leg?
Yeah, man, yeah. Check it.
Oh my god.
Black.
No way.
Yeah. And there's some white over the top of it, just like.
You can still sort of see like what it was.
Well,
then,
that's new stuff in
Oh.
white, tattooed over the top of the black.
So what was on the sleeve? What didn't
It
you
was
like?
I just didn't like, because the guy that done it, I don't really like his stuff. But when I got it done, I didn't know what I could get.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I didn't know what a really good tattoo was when I first started, and then as I started seeing more and more like properly nice Japanese style tattoos,
Yeah.
I was like, man, looks shit.
Yeah.
I just wasn't happy with it, and it was because my whole leg was covered. It was just like
That's the one you put on your hand.
it's a little skull.
Did you do that
with a
yourself?
beard. No, that was worst pain ever. That one.
That looks like the dumbest idea ever.
Oh, it's a stupid
Like,
idea.
on
That's
the
why I
inside-
haven't got this one done.
Yeah.
I want it done, but it was too painful. I hate getting tattooed as well. I know it sounds weird, but I'm proper shit at getting tattooed. Like, I
'Cause
do
you don't
about
like the
half an
pain?
hour. Yeah, I do about half an hour and go, right, I've had enough. Can't do anymore.
Oh my
Hate it.
gosh.
I think, I don't know if it's getting older or what, but when I was younger, I used to do like, I've done like 6 hours straight on my front and that. But as I got older, you know, I do like half an hour and go, I've had enough. It's too painful. Why do people do it? I don't know why people do it.
I've got no tattoos and no desire to
So,
get
some places are alright, like your arms and stuff are quite fine, but even like your legs, like the back of your, like your calves and stuff, so painful.
So
Horrible.
do you find while you're tattooing people, this has just become tattoo chat and fuck it, I don't care. Like, do you have to like hold people down so like they don't move? Like you hold them in
Not
place?
really. Like, you learn to like move with people.
Yeah.
So, you know, most of the time if someone twitches, I'm already like off them
Yeah.
before anything bad happens, you know. It's more people
'Cause
moving.
the stakes are so high. Like,
Yeah, it's stressful, man. That's part of the reason why I don't like it as much anymore, because I've started thinking about what I'm doing more as I'm getting older. I'm like, this is scary. Like every line, I'm like, don't fuck it up. But okay, I've done that, man. It's like, don't fuck this one up. You know, like every time, and until it's finished.
I think I remember when I saw the cat. Did you post one on Facebook today that you did it to someone?
I don't know Panther today.
Yeah, that was it.
Okay, you get me into shit here. So you see him out
sorry,
with
I'm sorry.
tattooed females. Jesus.
I'm sorry. I just thought, for some reason, I thought that was on your missus, but it definitely wasn't. It's just a customer.
Just a guy, yeah.
Just a bloke.
Yeah. But yeah, it's stressful. But the worst, when people move the most, is they're either like grabbing their phone, or they'll be talking to their mates and they're moving their hands. And people don't realise if you move your left arm, your right arm moves just because your body is moving.
Yeah.
And I'm there like trying to keep still, and they're like telling the friends a story and shit, man, just wobbling all over the bed. And it's like, you're not making my job any easier.
Wobbling all
It's
over
horrible.
the bed.
It's really hard.
Have you done any tattoos where like you're finished and the person's been like, oh, that looks sick, and you look at it and you're like, I could have done that better?
I mean, I'm always really hard on myself. 'Cause
Yeah.
I think you have to be.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you'd just be.
Otherwise, you're never good at anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm always like, oh, I could have maybe done this a bit differently, but I mean, I'm always happy with them. But just I always compare myself to other people, and I go, oh, look at the way they've done that. Like, I wish I had done it like that.
Yeah.
But I think that's the same with anything, really. I've done one that the woman didn't like. One, but that was because I told her this isn't going to look good, and she wouldn't leave. She wouldn't leave the tattoo shop.
What was it?
She had a name on her wrist that she wanted covering up,
Yeah.
and I drew a cover up for it that was going to work fine. It was like a lotus flower,
Yeah.
and it would have worked fine. Mapped it all out and stuff, and I put the stencil on. She was like, "It's a bit too big," and it was like this big. I thought like about 4 by 4 centimeters. She was like, "It's too big," and I was like, "It's not very big at all." She was like, "Well, to be honest, I don't really want another tattoo. I don't really like them. I just want this name gone. So I was like, just get laser.
Yeah.
You get it lasered off, it'll be gone. You won't have a tattoo you don't want. It'll be fine. And she was like, no, I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving with this name on me. I'm not leaving. And I was like, I don't know what you want to do then. So then she was like, oh, maybe we could do a bow.
A bow?
Yeah, like a ribbon, like a bow. And I went, it's not going to work. It won't work.
It'll look terrible.
Yeah.
Even I know that. About a tattoo. Why would you put a bow on your wrist?
Exactly. So I was like, it won't look nice. It's not going to work as well as a cover up. I don't want to do it. And she was like, can we just like draw it on and see? And I was like, okay. So I drew it on and I purposely like tried to make it look bad. You know, like just like so she wouldn't go for it. And she was like, I think that looks okay. And I was like,
do you?
I don't think it does. Like I really don't think it does. And she was like, oh, let's just do it. And I went, oh, I don't know if I want to. And she even said to me, like, you don't want to do this, do you? And I was like, no, I don't. I've told you it doesn't look good. And she was like, oh, just do it. I'm not leaving without it being gone.
Was she getting, like, angry?
Yeah, she was with a new fella and that, and they were both sort of, like, getting really pissy. And, like,
was it a bloke's name?
It was an ex-fella's name.
Do you know what the name was?
Oh, no, I can't remember.
Oh, it would have been funny.
It was a while ago, man.
Coughlin or something.
It was like 4 years ago or something. But I was arguing with her for about an hour. Like it wasn't just like a quick 5 minutes. Like it was about an hour, and everybody in the shop around was like, "Fucking hell! Like what's going on here?"
Were they being like, "Dean, just shut up and do the tattoo"? Or were they behind?
No one else was getting involved.
Oh,
like
right.
people were just, and then right when they left, they were like, "Oh, fucking, I don't know how you like handled that." So she was just like, "Oh, just do it." And I went, "Okay, done it." And then she come back like 2 weeks later, and she was like, "I've been to other tattoo shops, and they've said this looks shit." And I went, "I know." I was like, "It does look shit. Like I told you before we done it, it was going to look shit, but you wouldn't listen to me. You made me do it. So what do you want?" And then she was just like, and just got off and never seen it again. Like, but that was like the one time.
See her out and see the bow on her wrist.
Oh man, it was
keep an eye out
awful,
for
you know.
her. Crazy
Awful.
lady.
Yeah. That was the one time when somebody's like properly not been happy with it. Like,
yeah. But you knew that they weren't going to be happy with it before and after.
I told her it was going to look shit, man. It's not my fault. I give her all my professional opinion on the matter, and she wouldn't leave. So I done. They say the customer's always right, so I give her what she wanted. And
so you're losing. Well, you're not losing, but the passion is fading for tattooing, and the passion is igniting for comedy. So
Yeah.
one replaces the other. So where do you see the next 12 months going for you? Like, what are your goals?
just maybe try and get to more like moving into more like paid stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not asking for like loads of money, but you know, like middles for
Value.
bigger clubs and
Yeah.
stuff. Better gigs.
Yeah.
Like getting seen more. Just gigging, man. I just love it. I like traveling around and meeting people. I like getting to know other comedians that are like same level as me and seeing how everybody's minds work on different. Because you see a lot of comedy and you start seeing like, oh, he's got really good like thoughts on certain ideas that you never thought of. You
Like
know?
I've seen Simon Lomas perform many times, and last night I watched him, and I know all of his jokes, right?
Yeah.
I've seen them all, but he tied it all together so well.
Yeah.
I've never seen someone kill so hard and be so not bothered by it, not phased at all. Ben Silver was like, it's like watching Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
Like he got off stage and he was like, well, that was alright.
And
I was like, he murdered.
I've never seen him, man.
Oh my god!
I still haven't seen him. Like
it was literally, he had people like dropping glasses and like falling all over the place. He's so funny, and he just doesn't care.
Yeah.
Like in his head, he's just like, oh, that's pretty shit.
Job
Like,
done.
probably could have done better.
Yeah.
Like, and I was talking about like other gigs he did. He's like, oh, I went to Blackpool. I was like, oh, what was that, right? And he was like, yeah, they were alright. He's like, they laugh when they're supposed to. You know, and he's just so nonchalant about it.
I suppose it's the best way to be though, because I think if you can come across as a bit like delusional and stuff. You know, I think you find like the people who are like, oh, I proper smashed it then, like absolutely amazing. And you're like, no, you never. Like I was there, you didn't do very well. You know, like whereas sometimes people will come off and like you say they killed it, and you go, oh, it was okay. And you're like, are you serious? Like proper. I think it's good to be like that because you can get a bit like arrogant and stuff, can't you? But all I've ever heard from him is like how good he is, and he won that big competition and stuff, didn't he? So he's obviously doing something right, but I've never seen him. I want to see him though.
Question for you, because would you still consider yourself an open spot at this stage?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever done up like like a poster with a picture of you on it being like, here's my dates for the next month.
I've done one, yeah.
Yes. So
only because I had loads of gigs and I was looking through my diary. I was like, this looks really good. So it was just for November.
Yeah.
So I put it up and I was like, it looks like I'm going on tour.
Yeah.
And like every one of the spots was like 5 minutes, 10 minutes unpaid.
Ben Silver had the biggest rant to me yesterday. He's like, these fucking open spots, putting up all their dates like they're on a fucking national tour. Yeah. He's like, you're going to Bradford, mate. Like, pull your head in.
I know, yeah. I mean, I knew it. I just thought it looked cool and I needed something to post. So I was like, why not?
I thought it was so funny. But I think everyone has done it in some stage.
I mean, I wouldn't do it if it was like 2nd of November and then like 30th of November, like Liverpool and Hull or something. Like,
Liverpool and Birkenhead.
I wouldn't do that, you know. But I was impressed like by how many gigs I had in November, and I was like, it's pretty good to have that many like booked. So even if they are just like little 10
a gig
spots,
that you couldn't be asked showing up to though is Blackburn Station Hotel.
Oh yeah,
where you were booked.
No, I know. I didn't have a car for that. The thing was, like, I fucked everyone over on that day.
I fucked Serrano over. He was having a bloody panic attack on Northern Rail.
Well, like, what happened was, I think Adam Hughes just puts me in on gigs without telling me.
He does.
Okay, as long as I know that now. So
I work with the guy quite closely, and he does.
Okay, so that was rule number one.
Because he just assumes that you'll drive, so he just puts you on things and tells you about it later.
Yeah. So I didn't know I was on it, and I applied. I booked a little gong show in Hull for Jed Salisbury, right? So that was the 1st of November. I was like, right, me, Sam Serrano was going, Mike Carter, someone else from Liverpool as well. We're going up.
Was it Liam Tuffy?
No, it wasn't him. It was. I can't remember.
All the Liverpool lads are coming tonight. Like,
yeah,
it's a whole Liverpool reunion.
Take
tonight.
over, yeah, man. But so we were meant to be going to that, and then I got the poster come up with me on, and I was like, oh fuck! I've got a gig on the 1st. I must have applied for it and got it, and not put it in my diary. So
he put you on the poster without asking.
So I messaged the Jed and that and saying, oh look, I'm on another gig. I didn't realise. Sorry, I'm going to be doing that one. And Sam was like, oh shit, I'm on that same gig as well, so I can't do the gong either.
Yeah.
So
you just dogged Paul Salisbury over there in Hull.
Yeah. So
shout out to Jed.
So me and Sam pulled off that gong to do this Blackburn one.
Yeah.
And then I couldn't have the car for the Blackburn one to drive, so I was like, I can't do that one either. So fucking on the 1st of November, I was like, I've just let everybody down
fucking
here.
Mate. Yeah,
and I was just like, oh, what can you do?
Your excuses have been recorded and they'll be sent to the court for assessment.
That's fine.
So.
That's fine. I'm innocent.
So, in terms of your comedy, are you going to Edinburgh next year? Is that the plan? Or
I'm not sure, man. I might be in New Zealand. I'm planning on going to New Zealand, like
when
August time.
Oh wow.
Yeah. My friend's getting married and I've been asked to be like a groomsman. So that's like
in Liverpool.
Like Southport
or in England area, not in New Zealand.
No.
So I was like, what friends do you have in New Zealand?
No. So I'm staying in England to go and do that.
Yeah.
Because I thought I can't fuck that off.
That's important. Yeah.
So after then, I think that's like the 2nd of August. So anytime after then, we're planning on doing our little trip. So I won't be here from Edinburgh next year, which I'm quite sad about because I went this year and I'd never been before, and it was amazing. Like, and it took me a few days to get used to what Edinburgh was. Like,
what was Edinburgh? Explain it.
It's just chaos, man. It's just chaos. If you've never been.
No, I've never been, but I'm going next year.
There's something on everywhere. Like there'll be like you can go into a place and there's just chairs in there, like underground little caves and stuff, and there's chairs in there and people doing stand up, and there's so many venues and so many things going on, and you're like, right, this starts at 5. But I want to see this guy. This guy's at 5:45, so he's doing half an hour. We can go to him. We can just run across to there. You know, like just there's so much going on. So it took me like 2 days to get used to what was happening.
It's like being at a music festival and trying to like get to all the different stages to see all the acts you want to see.
We were only there for like 3 days, so by the time I got used to it, it was like, oh, we're going home tomorrow.
I'm going to Edinburgh for the entire month.
Oh, really? So that'd be good though, because you can like pace out like what you're going to see.
We booked our accommodation yesterday and we're staying like 20 minutes outside of the chaos by the coastline. So when we go home, you can just be home out of the chaos.
We were a little bit outside and just got the bus in, and it's sound.
Yeah, that's what we're going to get, just
easy.
a monthly bus pass. Yeah. But I like the fact that we're outside of the city, because when we're at home, we can write, we can just be chill, we can go to the beach, we can, because it'll be August time, like it'll be cold, but it won't be too bad.
It was alright, man. Some days it was really warm.
Yeah.
We went towards the end. Towards the end of the month, because it's my birthday.
I'm going to do a half hour every night double act show with Anna Spark.
Yeah?
Yeah, called Sticks in the Bush, an outback adventure.
Oh, yeah.
2 Aussies coming to the UK and seeing what's cracking. We're going to play classic Aussie games with them.
Yeah.
So I can't reveal all the secrets.
I went to see people were like, oh, just go to random stuff. You know, like if you've got nothing to do, just go and see a random show.
Yeah.
So we had like an hour to kill before going to see someone we wanted to go to see. And we were looking through the brochures, what was going on around us, and it was like Stuntman. Have you heard of Stuntman?
No.
He was Pinhead in, is it Neighbours or Home and Away?
Who's Pinhead?
There was like a guy in one of them shows. I'm not sure, I can't remember what his name was, but he was doing like Stuntman, 5 stars in this programme. We're like, sounds amazing. We're going to go get high, watch a guy do loads of stunts. And it read like, he does all these stunts, blah, blah, so we were like, this would be sick, kill an hour.
Does he like lock himself in a washing machine and shit, like that sort of stuff?
No, mate. We went in.
You seem really disappointed. The enthusiasm's dropped from your face.
So disappointed, mate. We went in, and there was the front row, and then us, so there's about 15 people in. Yeah. Middle of the day. And he comes out, and he's got like a crash helmet on and stuff. And he was just like, jumping through hula hoops and stuff, like really rubbish things, and then it was just insane. It was just insane. Like he was getting like running through like toilet paper and stuff, and it was just really disappointing. But we couldn't leave because it was quiet. We couldn't just get up and go.
You felt bad.
So we had to sit through the whole thing, and then he come out as another character, dressed in a gold pop-up tent with a big like rectangular hat on and big fake teeth, pretending to be like an American minister, just performing all these miracles. And then he was saying to Amy, my girlfriend, pretending that she couldn't walk. And he like put his hand on her head and was like going, hey, and he was like, she's growing legs. And Amy had to like stand up and pretend that she'd grown these legs just so he didn't look like a proper tit. And she was just like, I can walk. And everyone was like, whoa.
How many people?
And then we paid a tenner. It was like pay like a bucket thing. Yeah. And because there was like 20 people in, if that, we all had to walk past them with the bucket, like. And I was like, I feel like a knobhead just walking past them going, nah. So I was just like, it's a 5.
Oh my God.
We got outside and we were like, let's not go to anything unplanned again.
Oh my God.
It was chaos, man. It was just proper chaos.
So he wasn't a stuntman?
No. It was the furthest thing from a stuntman I've ever seen in my life.
Oh my fucking Christ. I can't wait. It's going to be so fun.
I can't remember what his name was, man, but he was Australian.
Did he mention that he was from Home and Away?
No, it was in the guide, like Pinhead from. It might have been Neighbours, man.
I'm gonna look it up after we finish recording this.
Yeah, you might know his real name, but
I'm gonna look it up.
Remember.
I'm gonna try and look it up right now as we keep recording. Dean, if people want to follow you on social media, figure out where you're gigging, because you always post every month about where you're gonna be
on tour.
What do they need to look up?
It's just Dean Coughlin _
You're going to have to spell
Instagram.
that for people.
Dean spelt the usual way.
Okay, people know how to spell Dean.
Like Bean with a D.
Yeah.
And Coughlin, Coughlin. So it's Coughlin.
Coughlin.
But it's pronounced Coughlin.
Whereabouts is it from? Is it Scottish?
Irish.
Oh, right. Okay.
I looked it up to see if it had some like cool meaning, and it just means cape. And I was like, oh. They're just named after.
It is. It's Pinhead. Here he is. Neighbours Pinhead turned stuntman. His name is Nathan Lang.
Sorry, Nathan Lang. I didn't have that much fun at your show. Wasn't for me.
Nathan Lang. For those of you, actor, comedian, and clown. British and Australian actor and comic. Made his debut as Pinhead on the Australian soap Neighbours. and now an accomplished actor with a flair of character roles. Nathan's comedy skill set also includes stand-up, sketch, character, and clown work. And then he's got a video attached from Twitter saying, "This is how I made my wife pregnant." He's got a manager and everything.
Oh man, he has, the whole Edinburgh run, like the whole month he was there doing this stuntman show, like it just.
Oh my god! But it wasn't funny.
It was funny it was funny for me because it wasn't funny. Do you know what I mean? Like I was pissing myself laughing.
Is this the man?
But for all the wrong reasons. Yeah, that was him. Type in what's his name, Nathan Lang.
I've got the photo of him as stuntman
With his little crash helmet on. Oh man, yeah, that tight as well. Like he took that off. He was half naked for some of it and everything, man. It was just chaos, and I just wasn't enjoying myself. And I was really high as well, which didn't help. I was just, and because it was so quiet, he was aiming it at us as well, you know, because there was only like 12 people in, so he didn't have that many people to choose who he was aiming stuff at.
Yeah.
I was just sat really high watching him going, what's happening?
So was there any laughter? Like,
yeah, in
but
a
like
way.
it was pissy laughter. It wasn't like this is hilarious.
I was laughing because I was like, I just didn't know what was going on, because I expected to see like a guy doing like sword swallowing and doing like genuinely dangerous things, and he
Getting
just
out of a
dishwasher,
dishwasher,
jumping through a hula hoop and stuff, man. And I was just like, oh. And then he mimed like jumping a canyon on a bike.
Yeah. But no bike and no canyon.
No.
Just like in a basement.
Yeah, and he still crashed doing that. He fucked himself up doing that. He didn't even do that properly, so it's fucking mad. If he's there next year, though, go see him. Don't see
I
him.
have to. You ever get the chance to see Nathan? Like, I might book him for Giggle Gang.
Oh, I can't go if he's there. Because he'll know.
He's there tonight.
Oh, well, I'll have to front him about it, won't I?
Ask for your five quid back. Well, look, Dean, we've done over an hour. Thank you so much for coming
cool,
on. And people can catch you tonight. Well, it's impossible tonight because I don't know when they're going to listen to this, but...
Unless they've got a DeLorean.
Yeah, Giggle Gang comedy every Sunday night at the Binary Bar. Show starts at 8 p.m. What's a review from you as an audience member and a comedian of the night? And be brutally honest.
It's a nice night. I think it's a good night for people to try new stuff, you know, one of them nice warm rooms. When I done it last time, it was really fun.
That's good.
We'll see what it's like tonight, though.
The nicest room in Manchester it is, mate.
Yeah?
That's what we're going for. Fuck the rest
Are
of
you
it.
going to tell Dan and Phil that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
They know that their room's terrible.
Fuck them guys.
Fuck those cunts. Right? Thank you, Dean. Goodbye.
Bye.